Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English podcast with Mandy and Mark. We're so glad to have you join us again today for another exciting episode. Remember, the more you listen and practice along with us, the better you'll become at understanding and speaking English.
That's right. Today, we're tackling a very practical topic that you'll encounter in everyday life: asking for help at the supermarket. We'll be learning some common phrases and vocabulary words to help you find what you need and communicate effectively.
We'll be covering everything from asking where to find specific items to understanding different sections of the supermarket. And stick around until the end, where we'll have some fun exercises for you to test your understanding. Don't forget to leave your answers in the comments below. We love hearing from you. You know, going to the supermarket can be a little overwhelming sometimes, even in your native language. There are so many aisles, different products, and sometimes you just can't find what you're looking for.
I completely agree. It can be a bit like navigating a maze, especially when they rearrange the layout and you can't find your favorite cereal anymore.
Exactly. That's happened to me so many times. That's why it's important to know how to ask for help. It can save you a lot of time and frustration.
Absolutely. A simple "excuse me, can you tell me where the milk is?" can make your shopping trip so much smoother. Don't be afraid to ask.
Right. And remember to be polite. A smile and a please go a long way.
Definitely. Now, let's imagine we're at the supermarket. Let's say I'm looking for some olive oil. What's a good way to ask for help?
You could try saying something like, "Excuse me, I'm looking for olive oil. Could you point me in the right direction?"
Perfect. And what if I can't find a specific brand of olive oil?
You can ask, "Do you carry the brand extra virgin?" Most supermarkets have employees who are happy to help you find exactly what you need.
That's really helpful. What about if I need something weighed, like fruits or vegetables?
Good point. Usually, you'll find scales near those sections. You can ask a staff member, "Excuse me, could you weigh these apples for me?"
That makes sense. Now, let's say I'm at the checkout, and I realize I forgot to grab something. What should I do?
Don't panic. Just politely tell the cashier, "I'm sorry, I forgot to get some bread. Would it be all right if I quickly grabbed it?" They're usually understanding and will help you out.
That's reassuring. I've definitely been in that situation before.
We've all been there. Remember, most people are happy to help. Don't be shy about asking questions.
You're absolutely right. Knowing how to ask for help can make your supermarket trip much smoother and stress-free.
Exactly. It's all part of the learning experience when you're in a new environment.
Well, I think this has been a really helpful conversation. We've covered some key phrases and tips for navigating the supermarket.
Definitely. Now, let's move on to some specific vocabulary words that you can use during your next shopping trip. Now that we've discussed some common situations, let's delve into some key vocabulary words that you can use at the supermarket. Get your notebooks ready because these will come in handy.
Let's start with aisle. You'll find yourself using this word a lot in a supermarket. An aisle is simply a passageway between shelves or displays in a store.
Next, we have carry. You might hear someone ask, "Do you carry a specific brand?" It means to have a particular product in stock or for sale.
Another useful word is scales. Remember when we talked about weighing fruits and vegetables? Those machines are called scales.
Checkout is another important one. It refers to the area in the supermarket where you pay for your groceries.
Don't forget about cashier. That's the person at the checkout who scans your items and takes your payment.
And finally, let's talk about point me in the right direction. This phrase is useful when you need directions to a specific product or section.
All right, let's test your knowledge with a few exercises. Remember, the answers to these questions are all found within our conversation today. Feel free to rewind if you need a refresher. Don't hesitate to share your answers and any questions you have in the comments below.
For the first question, what are some polite phrases you can use when asking for help at the supermarket? There are many examples in our conversation today, so feel free to share the ones you remember best.
Okay, next question. What should you do if you forget to get something and you're already at the checkout?
And for our final question, why is it important to know how to ask for help in a supermarket, especially in a foreign country? So, we've reached the end of another episode. Today, we equipped you with useful phrases and vocabulary for your next supermarket adventure. Remember, practice makes perfect.
Don't be afraid to use these new phrases the next time you're at the supermarket. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become in your English skills.
That's all for today's episode. Thank you so much for joining us. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more English learning content. We'd love to hear your thoughts and any questions you have in the comments below. See you in the next episode.